We too fun.
I'm cutting all this out.
Why? We too fun.
Because we won't be able to hear her anyway. She's too far over.
She doesn't know anything about Zelda.
I'm just saying, we couldn't hear what she said before, so I'm going to cut it out.
Just
Commentate.
We're not commentating, we're talking.
Oh, yeah.
Commentating is over something. We're not over something. We're on something. We're commentating on.
We are on something. We are on a couch, everybody.
We are we're talking about something. You know what?
That's
all
a
right.
discussion, I guess.
You're on something?
You. Okay.
Eurasia.
Can
Can we talk and do stuff?
We're not doing stuff. We're talking.
We wasted a whole minute.
All right.
Let's
Hello.
talk about Spider-Man, Spider Island.
No. Unless we're talking about Zelda Spider-Man crossover.
Oh my goodness. That would be dumb. What would happen? That doesn't make any sense.
Spider-Man will fight Ganondorf.
Zelda got bitten by a spider.
Zelda did.
Oh my. She got slinging powers and they finally get to be...
Slinging powers.
We finally get to be...
I have to tell you, he didn't get that from the spider bite.
Regardless, we finally get to be Zelda playable.
He made
Except she's a
traps and
spider
shoot
girl.
webs. That's why he goes like this.
He shoots up?
Huh?
Said he shoots up?
No.
When he wants to swing, he does. No,
He shoots off. He shoots off webs. Oh no, not a druggie.
Hello, everybody. After 2 minutes in, this is going to be a
Talk.
Not the
We're
talk.
not on anything.
No, we're not having the talk, dear. This is the.
We're not having the talk. I'm pretty sure I've already had the talk.
I never had to talk.
What?
You think Mom ever had to talk? No. Never. I had to learn all on my own. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
In
not
case
talk
y'all
about-
wanted to know.
Let's not talk about this.
I never. All right, let's go.
This is the Legend of Zelda Retrospective by us.
By us. Who are we?
Sean.
Two random citizens.
Sean.
Cirque.
Sir.
Cirque du Soleil.
Chris.
That's my name backwards.
Morgan is
My
here, but she
cousin's
doesn't
always
really
here.
know much about Zelda, so she'll probably just say random stuff. And she's putting dinner away.
Spaghetti.
Tea.
And tea. Lemonade tea is good.
Can we get on with this?
Let's talk about our favorite foods.
No. We're talking about Zelda.
Our favorite Zelda foods. They don't have tea in that.
Zelda
Come
doesn't really
on,
have
let's get
to.
on with this.
The
What are
only
you
food they
stalling
have
for?
in Zelda is that treat they
Milk.
have in Zelda 1.
Soup.
Oh, yeah.
Grandma's soup.
Oh, Grandma's
No,
soup is
Chinese
awesome.
grandmother.
Wait, we'll get to that. Anyway, we're going to go through each game.
We got 2 hours on this. Let's go.
We're going to go through each game,
And we can remember.
talk about it, and see like our personal experiences, what we think of it, and junk. So, we're going to start off with, obviously, the original.
The original. The
Ze-
Legend of Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda 1.
Guys, we could have done one box.
Way to interrupt, dude.
This time, maybe. The Legend of Zelda came out, what, 1986, 87?
I think so.
So you weren't even born.
I was not born.
And I
yet.
was like 2 or 3 years old. To be honest, I don't even remember the first time. I think we used to have it at my grandmother's. Yeah, we did, because I remember the gold cartridge. But to be honest, I don't remember the first time I
What
played
is up with Zelda and having gold cartridges?
Because it's cool. Like, I don't know why is that, because the Triforce is gold.
I guess so.
But other than that, nothing else is gold in that game. So I don't know. It just looks. It looks cool. It looks like it should be gold. Zelda should be gold.
Okay.
I don't remember the first time playing it. I was too young.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't really get into the first game until they re-released it way later. The Zelda collection on the GameCube.
Personally,
But I didn't really get into the first.
that
Zelda.
was like one of the
For some
first times I played it too.
Probably was.
And the first time I
Had to
played
have
it
been.
fully was when I actually got it for the 3DS and like on the
Oh.
ambassador program. That's the first time I actually played it.
Really?
Played it, like fully,
This was-
extensively played it.
Yeah.
I played it before. I honestly, I don't really like Zelda 1 that much.
Why? Because it's simple.
No, it's not simple.
It's kind of simple.
Not really. I mean, you really have no
I
idea.
like the rings.
You really have no idea where you're going
That was the point back
if you
then.
don't have a guide.
But the
game.
They didn't have guides back then. You had to
No,
figure it
back
all
then.
out.
No, back then the game actually came with a map
Yeah, I remember that.
that labeled the dungeons and stuff. So
But
you
she
still
didn't
had an
know-
idea of where you were going.
Yeah, in the main parts, but not with heart pieces and stuff.
Well, no, not with heart pieces.
And items. I like the raft. Let's bring the raft back. And the ring.
Well, I guess you could say they kind of did with the boat. And
They never brought the raft or
the
ring,
boat and
the
Wind
rings. They give you double your
wings.
Rings.
Wings. Do you have the wings?
They double your defense.
Yeah.
There's the white sword, which I think that came back in Skyward Sword, didn't it?
Yes, the one was. I don't think it. Obviously,
Well,
I don't know if it was the same one or
I
not.
like that one because it has Triforce pieces. Any Zelda game that has Triforce pieces, which isn't too many, are good ones.
What are other ones with Triforce pieces?
Wind
Zelda
Waker,
1
Wind Waker, Skyward Sword.
and Zelda 1. Oh
That
wow.
was it.
I thought there was another one that had Triforce pieces, but okay.
Triforce was in some of the other ones, but you didn't collect pieces.
The Triforce is in almost all of them. Almost.
Not really Twilight Princess, sort of.
Well, it's there. I mean, it's on his hand.
That's the best part of that game.
It's on his hand.
Yeah, that weird vision.
We'll get to
that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So I honestly don't really like Zelda 1 that much.
The weirdest part of that game, the old man in the little cave, and these fireballs shoot at you from the torches, and you can hit him with your sword.
It's dangerous.
And you can't kill him.
It's a secret to everybody.
It's a secret to everybody.
Secret to everybody. The dongos dislike smoke.
Yeah, bomb them. They're tiny in that compared to
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Ocarina.
They're easy.
All right, next.
No, I don't really like the controls for Zelda 1.
What do you mean?
I think
you hit one button and you walk around.
No, I mean like it's very stiff-ish. Like it hasn't aged well.
Oh.
I don't think Zelda 1 has aged well. I don't think Metroid 1 has aged well either.
Metroid 1. That's why I remade it. Which is why they should remake Zelda 1 Hello, which they did.
They did, but for a system that
super
nobody
rare.
has.
Super rare. You can find it online. It looks like Link to the Past. Yeah, they need to remake Zelda 1.
Well,
Big
apparently one of the Oracle games started out as a remake of Zelda 1.
I know.
But a Zelda 1 remake would be pretty cool, I think. Honestly, I think maybe they should remake that instead of A Link to the Past for 30 years.
Yeah, they don't need to remake Link to the Past. I don't think.
I don't think so.
They don't need to touch it anymore.
Maybe
There's
they'll
no
make it
point.
worse.
They
But yeah.
fine-tuned it on the GBA. They don't.
So Zelda 1's not really one of my favorites in the series. It's one of my least favorites.
It's got a different feel.
Obviously.
I just like to try.
I mean, again, I
The
understand what it
dungeons are
did.
pretty crazy.
I understand what it did because it
It was the beginning. No, there was nothing like that.
It's the beginning. I know.
Adventure.
It was like a milestone
Adventure.
in gaming.
And you burn the bushes.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore.
You're just like burning trees in the middle of a forest. You know, that's totally safe.
With stairs underneath of it.
It's like,
All right, we're done with this one.
okay,
Cost too long.
gosh. No, not really. Next up is Zelda 2. I
The
don't like
Adventure of
Zelda
Link.
2.
Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, terrible game.
I don't like Zelda 2. It's a side-scroller RPG.
It's
type
freaking
game.
hard. You have
Yeah,
to level
it's
up in
really
order to
hard.
beat the. In order to level up, it takes forever.
I'm
and
glad
it's
they never brought
annoying.
this concept back in the Zelda game.
Thank God. But
I don't know what they were thinking. Why did they drastically change between
Who knows?
Zelda 1 and 2?
I don't know. It's like Mario 1 and 2.
Yeah, but I like Mario 2.
You
It didn't stray too far. The only difference is you can't jump on enemies.
can ride them.
You can ride them, but you can't like.
Zelda
kill 'em by
2
jumping
had
them.
Dark Link.
It
It
did.
was the final boss, I think. I never beat it.
Yeah,
never beat
I
Zelda
believe
2.
he was the
It's
final
the only
boss.
Zelda game I ever played that I never beat. Because I just got annoyed with it.
Well, it's not the same for me, but
Yeah, because you're dumb.
I
Let's
just
just move on.
haven't beat with those
Zelda
games.
2, Zelda Sleeps.
Yeah. What was
I
your
don't
first?
even know what the ending is at.
What was your first experience with Zelda
I
2?
don't remember. The collection? I don't know if I ever played it when it first came out or not. I don't remember. The collection might have been the first time I really played it, and I hated it. Even with the strategy guide. I got killed.
It is very hard. Unless you grind.
Yeah, and that's annoying.
It is annoying. Grinding is
I
annoying.
like grinding, but
Sit down, dear.
I walked in at the wrong door.
You can sit down, dear.
but that was just not fun. It's not the fun kind.
No. It's not like Kingdom Hearts where it's fun to grind.
Yeah. Next, the best game in the series, The Legend of Zelda.
No, you're missing
A Link to
the
the Past.
CDI games.
Did they come out before Link to the Past?
I don't know.
I don't think so. That's a side note. Thank you very much.
Fine. A Link to
A
the
Link
Past.
to the Past, which I did play when it first came out. I'm not sure if I borrowed it from someone at first or we just got it, but I don't remember. But I loved it.
Loved it.
Loved it.
I liked it. I didn't really beat it until the GBA version.
Really? You didn't beat the Super and the SNES when we had it?
No. I didn't beat Link to the Past until...
That game was just cool all around.
I did like it. It was cool.
Fun.
There is one 2D Zelda I like a little bit more than Link to the Past.
Oh, gee.
We'll get to that next. But
Wow.
I think A Link to the Past is a good game. I don't think it's the best game
It is.
in the world,
It's
as
dumb.
a lot of people think.
There's tons of dungeons in there.
There is a lot.
And my favorite thing is the sword tempering. I always love that. And you get a gold master sword.
The only other game they brought that back
and the
was
wishing
Skyward
well.
Sword,
I like the wishing well.
where you throw items
Yeah,
and
and
you get better.
items. And you get that gold
Yeah, that
master sword
was
at the end with the
cool.
fat berry. The super bomb.
Yeah, and then the remake introduced the Four Swords dungeon, which I don't
The
remember that.
I don't either. The remake added voice.
Added voice to
Link's
it.
voice.
Yeah.
And they changed the name of the flute to the ocarina.
Which actually makes sense.
And they added this hurricane spin or whatever.
Yeah, you can't get
But
the hurricane spin unless you do the
Other
Four
than
Swords
that,
thing.
I don't think they changed too much.
I don't think they did either. I think
There's
it
not
was
much
basically the
change
same.
anyway.
Music wise, what do you think?
I don't know. Well, it's alright.
Da-na-na-na.
I like how you turn into a bunny. You go to the
Yeah,
dark
but
forest
that's
and do a
like
pink
you really
bunny.
need to do that once.
It's weird.
It is weird. So Link is a
Dark
bunny in
world,
the
light
dark
world
world.
concept was pretty neat.
Yeah, they never
I
brought
liked
that back,
the Ganon
really.
fight. Boss battles are always pretty cool in that one.
Some
I
are
like
hard.
when they die, they go ooh.
Some are
And
hard.
they blow up.
One specific one I remember dying a lot to was actually the Helmrock King.
Really? You just hammer his head, shoot arrows.
I know. I
That's
don't.
not
I
hard
don't.
at all.
I never shot arrows. I always used the hammer. I just kept hitting them with the hammer.
No, you can shoot arrows into his head.
Oh, well, I never did that.
Takes a lot more life, I think.
One that I thought was fun was when we got the hook shot and you got to shoot the eyes at you. And
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. And he
One
runs around
annoying
like,
one was the
the
worm.
Ice Fortress.
The
Was
ice-
hard.
Yeah, but the boss was easy. Wait, is that the moth boss?
No, that
It's
was
like the
forest.
moth.
That was the dark
No,
forest.
no, the forest was
No, it wasn't.
the forest was the thieves' place.
No, that was Kakariko Village.
Oh yeah.
Forest had the moth. He had to burn him. And
Yeah,
burn.
that was
He
really
was
easy.
He shoot him into the spikes. I think he actually got hurt by the spike.
I'm not sure. I just
That
know
was
if
a
you had the
weird
flame
boss.
rod, it was like
That was a weird dungeon. We had to lead the girl. into the
yeah,
light.
and then the girl was
Like,
the boss.
That's
That boss was hard.
That's kind of creepy. Then there's that hidden room. I found it one time.
Chris something.
Houlihan or something.
Yeah.
I did find it one time.
It's not in the GBA remake. It's just
Yeah.
in the NES version.
Yeah. SNES.
Ever. SNES.
I love the book, the artwork in the book. And they did a comic, and Nintendo Power sort of the same artwork. It's my favorite artwork of the series. I don't know why. I think it's kind of cool looking.
I like it. Not my favorite, but I like it.
And there's a reference to it in Ocarina.
Reference to what?
Link to the Past.
What?
At the very end. And Ganondorf gets sucked into the void. He said, I'm going to get your descendants. And that's what...
Didn't Ocarina happen after?
No!
It's Skyward Sword.
We're not
Minish
going to
Cap.
discuss that right now. Moving on.
After Link's Awakening is probably my
After
favorite.
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past is my favorite. Link's Awakening. I love Link's Awakening.
I don't like that game. You know why? You had to press a button to get your shield out.
So?
I never liked that.
You have to do that in Minish
And I
Cap.
love the mirror shield in Link to the Past.
The mirror
It's like a giant mirror. I always love getting that
The
shield.
mirror
man.
shield is in
Oh, getting that shield.
Link's Awakening.
Is it big like that though?
Yeah, it's huge.
But you gotta get it out. So
Oh,
I barely
yeah.
ever used it.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
because
get
you
it
don't
out.
really need it.
You gotta get it out. And I
Ah.
barely used it.
I like the Link's Awakening.
I don't know why.
I
Switch
thought
your
it was
items constantly
fun.
in that game. It's so annoying.
Not really.
Constantly, you have to switch stuff around.
I never really did.
Jump. Gotta push a button and do your flippy thing. And then so, okay, get your shield back so you can protect yourself and hold it in.
I don't know. I never really used the shield to begin with, so unless
You
I
have to find
absolutely
seashells
needed
in that
to.
game.
Yeah, the
That was a
seashells.
rare thing.
The
a
seashells.
collection
Do you remember
of-
what you get for collecting? The amount you need?
Don't you choose something?
No, that's the DX version when you go to the color dungeon. DX
Oh,
version.
yeah.
DX version has a color dungeon where you can choose either red or blue tunic.
I forget what I got. I think I got the power.
Red is power, blue is
I think
defense.
I got the power, and that makes quite a difference.
Yes, it
Dude,
does.
man,
If you
destroy it.
get red and then you get the seashells, it gives you the level 2 sword.
Is that what the seashells did? Give you another sword.
Give you the level 2 sword. If you get that and the
Right.
red, you're like pretty much invincible.
That's what I got
You're like-
when I played it, I think.
And then it also has
But it
like
comes pretty late, so
what?
getting both of those things.
You can get the color dungeon like right after the third or fourth dungeon.
Well, how many dungeons are there?
I think there's 8. You can get it like halfway towards the game.
Not both.
Not both. I mean,
Seashells are a pain in
if
the
you go
butt.
out of your way, you can get seashells.
Well, it's hard to
you can
find
get
them
enough.
sometimes.
You just have to search. They're under a lot of
know.
stuff. They're in treasure chests. There's a Kirby enemy in it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's in like the
I
final
remember
dungeon.
the Goombas and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Underneath.
Mario enemies in it.
I don't know
I like the
why.
Ballad of the
So-
Windfish music.
I already know it from Majora's Mask.
Yeah, but it's not. It's totally different, so you don't really know
So
it.
different. It's
Do
just-
do do. There was gonna be a remix in Brawl about it, but they took that out.
It was all a dream, by the way.
Well,
Like Mario
was
2.
it? It was all a dream.
Yeah, so it was kinda
Except the
pointless.
Windfish is real. You see it flying at the end of the game. Link is on his raft, and you see him flying. Which actually, Link's Awakening takes place right after
Yeah,
A Link to the Past. Actually, no. I think
Oh,
I think it's a
there
Link
was
to-
a sequel. You know that we were talking about a remake to Zelda 1?
yes.
Well, on that same system, they did a sequel to Link to the Past. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
How come it's not on the timeline?
Maybe they don't count that.
Probably not, because probably
Yeah,
no
I
one's
remember
played
reading
it.
that now.
All
It
right.
just
Well,
reminded me of that. I don't know what it's called. It has a name. I forget.
never heard of it before in my life.
Look it up.
I will. So that was that. After that was the Oracle games,
Which
which
I've never played.
neither of us. I've
So-
played a little bit on
Oh.
a ROM.
All we know is they link up.
They link up and they
That's
play.
all I know.
The graphics and the play style are exactly like
Oh,
Link's Awakening.
God. So hopefully they will release it on the 3DS.
I hope so. Keep the link.
I didn't play too much Game Boy Game Boy games.
Yeah.
I had a Game Boy, but
That's
Like
all we can
Kirby.
really say about Oracle games. 'Cause
nothing to say.
we didn't play them. Guess next we just
What's the funny thing about Link's Awakening? Zelda wasn't even in it, was she?
No.
And it's called The Legend of Zelda.
so it's Majora's
It's
Mask.
going to appear. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Next game. Which is considered the greatest game of all time.
Wait, before we move on to that, let's just mention the CDI games before we get into more.
Why?
Just to mention them because they're like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I've never played them, so I don't know why they're considered
We just
so
know
bad.
they're really, really
I've
bad.
just seen pictures.
Nintendo didn't even make them,
I know.
and they like have cartoon cutscenes and
Yeah.
Link talks.
Yeah.
Just apparently they're really bad. Just wanted to mention that.
I'm sure they all know.
Sure. After that, well, hello,
That's the greatest game ever.
which I like one other game in the series more, but that's just me.
Ocarina of Time. which I already talked
Ocarina,
about in my top 10, which I said
Ocarina,
about how I was
Ocarina.
obsessive over it
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it came out.
yeah.
How I was studying the pictures of it.
I never
The
beat the
magazine.
N64 version. I didn't beat it until GameCube.
So you got the different music.
Yes.
Yeah. And the different symbol on the sheet.
But Ocarina of
Which
Time
they
is...
brought back in Soul Calibur, which is weird. Very
Yeah.
strange that they were able to do that.
I think the best version of Ocarina is 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Remake.
The graphics are way better.
Graphics are way better.
Way better.
And the item system's different, so you don't, like, the boots are now an actual item instead of you have to pause and equip
Equip
every
them.
time. And
In
you
the
can
water
actually
temple.
have, like, 4 items instead of just 3.
Yeah, that was epic. That was an epic game, man, when that first came out. Oh, man.
I think it's definitely better than its sequel, but that's just me.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean,
Most
different
you're
play
right.
different play
It is
styles.
different place. The time, well, not time. What is time travel?
It is time travel.
They both
Yes.
involve time travel.
What? Link to the Past and no, I'm sorry. No. Oh yeah, they do.
I just like the, adult Link way better than young Link.
I like Young Link better, but that's just me.
What?
Well,
His shield burns off,
not if you get the Hylian shield,
but he can't hold it.
well, you can
He
hold
bends
it.
over like a creep.
Well, so does
Stupid.
Deku Link. He bends over like a creep too.
I don't like Deku Link either.
Alright, what's your favorite dungeon?
The forest temple. I like the
Really?
the desert one too.
I love this.
With the witches.
Spirit Temple?
Yeah, Spirit Temple. I like that one.
My favorite dungeon is Jabu Jabu Belly.
Oh my goodness.
Stomach.
The
Is it belly
princess.
or stomach?
Princess
Princess
you get
Ridu.
married
Ridu.
to.
Ridu.
And she turned out to be pretty hot.
She's a Zora. I said that about Midna too.
Yeah, her too.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, Jabu Jabu's stomach belly was.
Stomach belly? It's the same thing.
It's the
Jabu
belly inside
Jabu.
the belly.
Wow, she said something.
Well, my gripe about that game, Skulltulas. What happens when you get them all?
You really only need 50.
I know, but you go through all the trouble to get them all, and you get jack.
You get
free-
unlimited 200
That place
rubies.
is creepy where you go in to cash them in.
The house?
Yeah.
Well, once they all
That is
turn
a
back into
creepy
human, it's
place,
not
but
that creepy.
it's still creepy in there. They look weird.
I hate the Shadow
They
Temple.
dance.
I hate the Shadow Temple, just saying. The music is
Yeah, the
creepy.
Shadow Temple. Yeah.
It's creepy.
It's what's supposed to be. It's like a horror dungeon.
I know. I never did like that, though. That's like my least favorite part of the game.
And I don't
that
like
happens.
the graveyard getting dampy to dig.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is the most annoying
That took forever.
thing.
There was one other heart
But
piece
riding a
that's
horse is
annoying.
always cool. I remember doing that for the first time.
Yeah. Catching the pose. The big pose to get the final
Yeah.
bottle.
I don't even think I did that yet on
I
the
did
3DS.
I did
I
it.
wasted my time with
I did it because I wanted to get everything. I actually don't mind the water temple either.
it. I hate that stupid temple.
I don't mind it. I mean, I don't
It's
love
just-
it, but I don't hate it. I guess because it's water.
I didn't like fishing either. That was another pain in the butt.
Yeah,
It's
because
cool,
there's
but it is hard.
what do you have to do for fishing? You have to get the
Yeah,
heart
oh
piece
my
and then
gosh.
the golden
You
scale.
gotta do it twice.
You don't have to get the golden scale to beat
Well,
the
yeah.
game, but
Don't you?
no.
In order to get heart pieces, you do.
Yeah, but not to beat the game.
Oh.
You have to get one scale to beat
Yeah.
the game, but that's just that diving mini game you do with Young Link.
Younglings.
And it's weird that both Young Link and Adult Link were in Melee as playable characters. It's weird. I guess you could say the same for Link and Toon Link and Brawl.
Yeah,
But Toon
Those
Link
are
is
two different
vastly
Links.
different from Link and Brawl, while Young Link and Link are basically the same, just one has
Yeah.
fire arrows.
right.
Which is weird how Young Link has fire arrows. Oh, I guess Majora's Mask, Young Link can shoot fire arrows. But
Yeah.
anyway, speaking of Majora's Mask, that's after
That's the
Ocarina
next
of
one,
Time.
and it came out like 2 years later.
That's one of the only Zelda games I've never beaten. I've gotten
And
close.
I think it's one of the best concepts for a game ever.
It's probably the darkest. It's definitely
It's
the
easily
darkest.
darkest.
I like the story
It's probably my favorite story.
in Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
Forever.
Well, it's a pretty good story in general.
It's
be honest.
definitely more side quest driven.
Oh yeah.
'Cause there's
And
only
that's
4
the other thing I
dungeons.
liked about it was all that mask training.
There's
I love
only
that
4
stuff.
dungeons in Majora's Mask.
Yeah, 4 main ones. I love the end on the moon with the tree.
Yeah, it's
It's
weird.
so
The
strange. That's a very
inside of the
surreal
moon
game.
is like a grass field with a
Yeah,
tree and 4 kids running around with
yeah,
masks.
it's bizarre, but I loved it. That's what I liked about it.
In order to beat the game, you
And
have
the
to get
final
every
boss
single
was so
mask.
easy if you have the fierce deity.
Yeah.
You destroy that final boss, which I like that too.
I liked being Zora Link. I thought that was fun. My least favorite was probably, I guess, Deku.
Goron and roll.
Yeah.
That was always annoying.
I remember still one heart piece you haven't gotten. That was the dog race.
Yes, they had. No, there was a lot of heart pieces I missed in that one.
I could have
No,
sworn
the
there.
dog race. I
I could
got
have sworn
that
you were
one.
only missing one. It was the dog race.
No, I got the dog race one. No, it's the Deku game one. It's a couple of them I missed in that one because the games in that one are hard.
Yeah.
They're really hard. It was a
Plus-
Deku game. You had to fly around. I could never do that one.
Oh, it's not hard. You have to do it all 3 days to get the heart piece. But
Yeah,
that's another thing. I
I
never
don't-
did like
I-
the time system.
I did. It makes you uneasy a little bit.
I know,
I
but
like
it's
that.
annoying
The whole
because
game is like.
if you don't get through a dungeon in time, you have to redo the entire dungeon.
I know.
It's annoying.
It's not annoying.
I think it is.
You just have to do it right.
It's annoying.
I like that.
I never did beat
You know
it.
what,
I got
there's
to the
another
stone
game that has
temple and
something.
I never beat it.
Oh my gosh, the Stone Temple. That's where you gotta turn upside down and stuff.
And you get the giant mask
Crazy.
that you only use once
Oh yeah, the giant man.
to fight the
boss.
It uses magic though.
Yeah, that's another cool one.
Yeah, I did like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Majora's Mask is
HD.
for me. Yeah, that video.
HD remake.
It's not
Everyone,
happening.
it's gonna
If
happen.
anything, remake.
That would be
it'll
the greatest
probably
thing in
3DS.
the world if they did that. Let me just tell
They
you.
release it for 3DS. I'll probably end up beating it.
Oh, I hope they do.
Well, it's not going to be
I
that
hope
hard
they
to do. It wouldn't be that hard because they already have Ocarina models.
I know.
Switch it. port
All
it.
right.
After that, there was probably a few remakes before Wind Waker, like the past GBA remake,
Maybe. I don't know.
probably. So which means Four Swords.
I never really played those. So.
Well, we played Four Swords when it came out.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
I liked it.
There's no real story to it.
Well, there is a story to it.
It's not.
After-
It's just a multiplayer game.
It's after
What it
Minish
is.
Cap. The story happens
Yeah.
after Minish Cap.
When
'Cause
does
the baddies
Minish
in it.
Cap take place? I
After
don't know.
Skyward Sword,
Supposedly.
supposedly. Yeah.
'Cause there's no
Even
game.
there's no Zelda. Oh, there's Zelda. Never mind.
Well, the Legend of Zelda.
Well, okay, let's talk about Minish Cap. I guess that came out before Wind Waker. I'm not sure.
I don't. No, they came out after because it's the same style graphic kind of.
Yes, Wind Waker came
Okay,
first. All right,
Wind Waker.
my favorite Zelda
Which
game. Of
I
all
remember seeing the first screenshot of that from E3 and being so mad.
because it's cartoony.
Yeah, I was like, "What in the world?" I was so angry about that because I wanted a mature, cool-looking Zelda game.
We'll get to
But then it came out and I played it, and now it's one of the best ones.
yes, I love
Just
Wind
because of
Waker.
the sailing. I like
I
like
love Wind
going to
Waker.
different
It's the
islands.
best. Morgan, you've seen some of Wind Waker.
I've seen most of it.
Most of Wind Waker. You know, Dark Nuts and
Dark Nuts.
Dark Nuts.
The fighting system in that might be the wow.
Because you had the prairie attack.
Prairie.
I'm sorry,
Prairie.
Parry attack.
Yeah, I like that. And cutting their armor off.
Your doobie smoking platypus.
Yeah, yes.
Prairie.
Parry the platypus.
Harry the platypus.
Yes. Anyway, Wind Waker, Zelda, yes. Not Phineas and Ferb. I like Wind Waker. Best Zelda game ever. In my
It had a
opinion.
lot of references to Ocarina in that one.
Yes. The whole beginning was like a reference. The whole scroll
And then when
thing.
you go to the castle,
Yeah, and you're insistent that Soul Calibur was that journey.
it has to be.
It's Majora's Mask.
No, it's not.
Majora's Mask.
No, it's not.
It's Majora's Mask.
I forget what my explanation was, but
I don't know what your
it's
explanation
because
was.
What was the reason? Because in Wind Waker, I know why. Because there were two possibilities in Ocarina. The young Link, where Ganondorf gets arrested and put on trial. In Twilight, where he gets banished. And then comes back
Actually,
in Twilight, right?
you're wrong. There's 3 timelines.
No, there's not.
In the official timeline,
No,
there's 3
it's
timelines.
wrong. And so he couldn't have been brought back in Wind Waker.
Well, Wind Waker's the end of them in that timeline.
When the Majora's Mask, he's a child,
Yeah.
which means it's part of that timeline.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what am I saying?
You're basically saying that Majora's Mask came first.
No, wait.
That's what you were saying.
No.
It would make more sense
I
for Soul
totally
Calibur to
forgot.
be before Twilight Princess. If you really think Soul Calibur is part of the
I forget
timeline.
my reason why. I had a reason, and I can't remember. I need to see what I wrote down.
Regardless, Wind Waker, best Zelda game ever in my opinion. I love the ending. I think it's Link. The way Link kills Ganon is the best. I love it. Twirling around and stabs him in the forehead. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He turns to stone, or he's at the bottom of the sea.
Forever.
Yeah.
Unless someone pulls out the Master Sword. So,
Who's gonna do that? Link.
I don't know. Maybe they'll have another Zelda game where someone's in a submarine.
Future Link.
Future thing. Well, in Spirit, Spirit Trek, the train can go underwater, so. How that's possible, I don't know.
Was Phantom Hourglass after?
No. Well, it happens after
Wind Waker.
timeline-wise, but not.
Twilight Princess came out before that?
No, Minish Cap.
Minish Cap.
Next up is
Cap,
Minish
I barely
Cap.
remember that game.
I liked Minish
Except
Cap.
you had these medals that you had to match with someone.
Keystone.
Yeah.
Keystone pieces. I think it was like Keystone piece or something.
I remember that.
I like that.
And you shrink down.
Yeah, you had Minish.
Yeah.
You go down to small sizes because your hat talked.
Yeah.
And
That's all I remember.
And
I remember
Batty is
nothing
in
else.
it. Batty, however you say his name.
We don't know because no one speaks.
It happens before Fourth Sword because at some points you actually have to transform into like 2 or 3 or 4 links. Remember, you have to charge up your spin attack, go on these like square shiny things, and you like have clones of yourself that follow you. Yeah, I like Minish Cap. It goes by like the Link's Awakening, where you have to actually there's only 2 equipable items at a time. Your shield is
Maybe that's why I
be
don't
equipped.
remember it.
You have to equip your shield. The mirror shield is in it, but you can't get it until after you beat the game. I think a total of 3
Which is
times.
Stupid.
So there's really no point to it. Although it's the Wind Waker style mirror shields, it looks cool at least. I like some of the items. I like the Gust Jar, the Mole Mitts, stuff, which they were brought back in a later game, which we'll get to. But I like Minish Cap. Not my favorite, but you know, if you never played it and you had a 3DS and have the Ambassador program, you should download it.
Yeah, it's free.
It is free. Along with Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
Zelda game.
Along with Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
Zelda 2.
It's free. I don't even think it's worth being
Okay.
free. After that, I guess we're going to move to... Was Phantom Hourglass? I'm going to say Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, probably.
Phantom Hourglass.
Which,
sequel to
it
Wind
was kind
Waker.
of annoying.
I just didn't like having to go through the same dungeon.
Yes, over and
Over and
over
over
again.
The controls...
Were kind of weird.
It's all touchscreen controls.
Stylus the whole freaking time.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got all the
I like
pieces.
Lineback. I do like Lineback.
I don't remember what you do with him.
He's the guy. He's like the sailor, captain guy of your boat. And in the end, he gets possessed or something, and you have to fight him.
I don't remember.
I do like. I do like the final boss.
I was on like a ship.
It was on like a
or
broken
something.
ship. I think I didn't really like the sailing. I guess the sailing's not. I don't know. Kind of conflicted about the sailing. You have to draw your own route for sailing.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's a little bit better than Wind Waker.
I
But
like
still,
to control it in real time.
yeah. I mean, obviously, you still had your cannon to shoot and everything. got a ton of islands to visit. It's personally.
It's
It's Not the worst, but it's not the best.
It's not the worst.
Definitely not the worst. So that's all I have to say about Phantom Hourglass. I like the final boss music again. That's all I can say. I guess Twilight Princess is next.
Now they finally did what I was hoping they would do.
A mature-ish.
Yeah,
Except it's
normal
like a total
looking.
rehash of Ocarina of Time.
It's not. What
No
are you talking
way.
about? There's time travel.
There's no time travel, but like a lot of the dungeons and layouts are not layouts, but like the way you progress is the same. Forest, forest, fire, fire, water,
Yeah,
water.
every
Like-
Zelda game has that.
Yeah, but not in
Pretty
the
much.
same exact order.
I didn't really like the wolf stuff.
I didn't mind the wolf stuff.
I
I mean, the one I hated looking for the bugs.
didn't mind that
I didn't like that.
actually.
I've been playing Twilight Princess recently. I'm like, I just want to get this done with out of the way and get to the good part of the game, which is after you get all that dumb stuff done.
I
love
bugs.
The golden bugs.
Yeah.
That was fun. What about the pose? You have to kill the 50 toads.
Oh yeah, that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, I was always missing
dungeons
one.
too.
I was always missing one.
Yeah. So once you miss one, good luck trying to find it.
I know.
It's a strategy guide
I know.
though.
One thing I didn't like about it is, which no other Zelda game does this, if you open a chest that has 50 rubies and you can't hold it, he puts it back. I'm one who loves getting almost every single treasure chest in a dungeon before leaving, and when I cannot pick that up because I have more rubies, that annoys me. Which I'm glad they never brought that back.
That's probably why people are complaining.
My favorite dungeon is the Sky Dungeon.
Oh, you like that?
It has
You
one.
like
It
that?
has my favorite boss.
I did like the Wii controls with the bow and arrow.
Yes, I love
And the hook
and
shot.
the aiming was good. And I guess you could say the slingshot too. But
Yeah.
it felt very. I love how you can actually walk and swing your sword at the same time instead of stopping, which they never did bring that back either.
Didn't that in Skyward?
Nope. I don't believe it was in Skyward. But
it has the best Ganon fight ever, easily.
I will admit that. Yes,
Hands
it
down,
has like
that last
four,
part of that
is it
game
four or
was
three
awesome.
forms? 4 forms, because you fight Princess,
That
Possessed
whole
Zelda,
last part was cool.
you fight Possessed Zelda, you fight actually
Okay.
him in his Ganon form, horseback riding, and then sword fight.
Yes.
Of course, I don't know how he
if
dies
anything's
standing
gonna
up,
beat
though.
that. I like that. In the sunset.
He dies standing up. It's
Dude,
weird.
and Link has that hallucination.
With Dark Link. Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Your horse is faster. A lot
Yeah,
faster.
oh, yeah. Well, he has to be. The Hyrule Field
The
is
layout
huge.
of Hyrule Field is cool, yeah.
It's huge.
Well, it needs to be. Should be.
I still think Wind Waker's overworld is bigger.
Well, that's all water.
Yeah.
Though, what's not...
It's definitely... I think the Great Sea and the Hyrule Field Twilight Princess is so much better than the Sky.
Yes.
But we'll get to that when we get to
What's
it.
next?
Well, I'm not done with Twilight Princess.
What else are you going to say about it?
I was gonna
There's
say
only one sword.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't like that.
The different. I like Midna. I do like Midna.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, at the end of the game when she transforms back.
I don't like that last level there. We had to carry those balls.
Oh gosh,
the hand
transforming into the
can
Twilight
come-
Fortress.
Yeah.
The Zant fight was weird.
Zant was so easy. I beat the crap out of him.
I know, but it's weird.
He is so
He's
hilarious.
like,
He's funny.
and he takes you to a bunch of old boss places.
Yeah.
At the fight him. Yeah.
Strange.
It's not my favorite Zelda, but it's definitely above like Phantom Hourglass. Honestly, it's above. Okay, you're gonna hate me for this, but I think
Don't
it's
say
a little
above
bit.
Link to the Past.
No, it's a little bit above Ocarina of Time for me.
No.
Just for me.
Why?
Just
This is a stupid
me.
wolf.
No.
Oh, for heaven's
The wolf
sake.
is my least favorite part, but I don't know. I just like it.
Moving on from that one.
And there's 5 heart pieces to collect instead of 4.
Yeah,
The only
I
game
don't
that
know
did
if I
that.
like it.
The only game that did that.
And the harpies look weird. They're like crystal.
Yeah, well, they kept that, obviously. Yeah, it was kind of crystallish in Skyward.
Is it?
A little bit.
But not as much.
Not as
All
much.
right.
Oh, there's one game we
Can we-
forgot to talk about, Four Swords Adventure for the
Well,
GameCube.
I never played it.
I played it a little bit.
Well,
You're
then you
basically
talk
controlling all 4 links at once. And it is
Well, how?
multiplayer. It is
Sort of
multiplayer.
like that Kirby game where
You're controlling
100,000 Kirby's.
That's Mass Attack, isn't it? That's the newer one.
Yeah.
No, it was because when you're playing with one player, you like if you press a button, you switch formations. So I had Ganon in it.
Oh.
He was like
Big,
giant.
fat
He was
blue
like
Ganon?
giant. Yeah, giant blue Ganon. But that's all I have to say about that because I barely remember it. I just know it was slightly fun. All right, after
Next,
it was probably Spirit Tracks.
which I haven't played.
I have. I'm
Yeah,
still.
that's
I'm
the
waiting for
only-
you. I'm still waiting for you to
I
borrow it from me.
know. I kind of don't want to play it because it's a sequel to Phantom Hourglass.
But it is so much better than Phantom Hourglass.
Is it?
There's
Do you still move
no,
with your stylus?
yes, the controls are the same.
Oh.
There is a main dungeon, but you don't have to go through each floor multiple times. Instead, you have to. It makes you just. There's multiple floors, yes, but once you beat one floor, you're done with it. You don't have to go back. And there's just a set of stairs that links you to all the
Right.
floors.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't access each until you know you beat it. So it's definitely a lot better in that department. I kind of like the. I actually like the train. They give you more stuff to do because you have to find bunnies.
That's weird.
You have to-
Bunny.
yeah, you have to look for bunnies that are behind rocks. You destroy the rock, and then you have this short little mini game that you have to try to click them with your stylus to get the net to catch them. And you only have like 10 seconds to do it, or they run away, and you got to do it all over again. There are side quests to do that you get force gems that once you collect them, more of the railroad comes back, and it takes you to like new areas and whatnot. I thought the dungeons were cool. I still haven't beat it yet because the reason I haven't beat it yet, I'm at the final part where you have to go up the tower the final time, and it is hard. One cool thing about this is Zelda is with you the entire time. It's her ghost, but she's with you the entire time, and you can have her possess the phantoms, and you can actually control the phantoms, and you have to use it to solve puzzles, and it's cool. I like Spirit Tracks. I do. I like it much more than Phantom Hourglass, and you need to play it. You need to give it a try.
One day.
You need to give it a try.
Day. Next.
What is next? Other than the remake of Ocarina, I think it's Skyward Sword.
Oh, which came out a year ago
Has it been a year already?
in November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So Skyward Sword. The origin of everything.
Yeah. And it had a million freaking swords, which is what I liked about it.
It did.
All kinds of different swords in that game.
But Skyward Sword is completely
was
different
long.
in general.
The longest Zelda game ever.
It is very long.
And
It's very.
I hated the Forbidden.
It is
thing.
definitely story heavy.
Yeah.
It's the most story heavy of the Zeldas, I think.
I don't like the overworld.
I hate the bird. I'm just putting that out
I
there.
don't really care for the bird.
I hate the bird. I hate that you have to use motion control to swim. I thought that was completely stupid.
I liked it. It was easy to do.
I thought
The
it was
controls
stupid.
are hard sometimes. I got so frustrated with that spider the first time I fought it. I was getting so mad I couldn't.
Yeah, there was.
And then I kind of figured it out.
That was actually the point
Oh
where
my
I stopped.
God.
I actually stopped playing once I got to the spider. And I was.
I
sped up.
realized
I
you have to
stopped
do a
playing for a
slow
month.
motion. I was doing these quick jabs.
I actually stopped playing for a month, and I was like, you know what? I should really need to finish this, so I went
Yeah,
back.
that's at the beginning of the game.
I know. I stopped playing for a month.
But after a while, I mean, it's difficult to do.
When I first started playing it, I didn't like it. I did not
I
like
know.
Skyward Sword at all.
I know, because you didn't like the controls.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about it.
You couldn't do it.
I was
You
like,
just had
I
to
think this
practice
is
with
the
it.
worst Zelda game of all time.
And you just-
I don't think that now. It's not the best.
Because you got to get used to that. It's different.
Yeah, once you get used
It's hard, but it's better,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's more intuitive.
Honestly,
more
I just
interesting.
I just wish they would go back to normal button.
No! They should never go back to that.
I think they should.
No, it's more
it'd be a little
it
hard
is.
to do that with Wii U.
Why? They have the freaking...
I know, but it's for the Wii U and what they want to do. Their controller is not.
That's true. How they're not going to have it, I guess.
I'm okay with that.
No!
I did like gratitude crystal stuff, doing side quests.
Oh. Yeah.
Some of the side quests were cool. Piggy. I hated the bird. We already said that. The final boss it's very Street Fighter.
Final, it
the
looks
final
like
boss
Akuma.
looks, yeah.
I thought he was super easy. I destroyed him.
He was. It took me a
I
while.
like the stage.
It took me a while to figure out you had to do a Skyward Sword to actually hit him. Skyward Strike. You can just if you do Skyward Strike, lightning bolt hits your sword. And you can stun him with it.
I didn't do that.
Yeah,
I just hit him.
Oh,
at the timing.
Well, you can do that.
Right. Time it right. But the level was cool. Looking.
Where you fight him is random. I hated the imprisoned.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the first imprisoned.
Oh,
fight
I hate
was
that's
fun.
one of the worst boss fights ever.
The first imprisoned fight was fun. The
When
third
you gotta
one was
freaking
easy.
chop his toes off.
That was the first one. It was easy. The
You
third
had to
one
do
wasn't
all
that bad.
of them.
The second one was horrible. I actually got the Hylian shield. I hate that
I
your
didn't
shield
even
has a life
bother.
bar.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Once you get the Hylian shield, you're
I
fine.
like the
but
upgrading of stuff.
That was cool. You
I
can upgrade
actually
like
kinda
every
like
single
that.
weapon in the
You
game.
get a million items and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, every weapon. That's it.
The stamina bar. I kind of like that you have a run
Yeah,
button
I like
now.
that you can run.
Although I
wonder if
don't
they're
like
gonna
it that
keep
it's
it.
used for climbing and stuff like that. Obviously, it makes
Oh.
sense, but it kind of limited your exploring and whatnot.
What else did you have to collect?
You had a ton of collectibles. You have to go through a dungeon and get all 3 Triforce pieces.
Yeah.
That was at the end of the game. You're collecting something. First, you're collecting like flames that power your sword that turn into the actual Master Sword. I didn't like Fight.
Hi. It's like a
Fee-Fi.
computer robot.
Which is weird.
They were technologically
I mean,
advanced.
Skyward Sword is more
Advanced.
technologically advanced than any
Advanced.
other Zelda game, and it happens before all the other ones. That makes sense.
It does. You ever read The Dark Tower? No. World goes to ruin.
What else can I say about Skyward Sword?
Romance between Zelda and Link for the first time.
Yeah. Very orchestral music. Music was eh. It was released for the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Came with
That's all they did.
I know.
Came
It's
with
better than
soundtrack.
what
Came with the
they did
soundtrack
for
CD.
Mario.
Mario, they released a separate game of old stuff.
That's it. They did nothing special. Kirby's 20th anniversary was better than Mario's
Yeah,
25th.
because it was a better collection.
I know. Well, if you think about it, I guess Skyward Sword is better in terms of an anniversary title. It is a good one.
I guess.
Compared to what?
Well, compared to a lot of okay, think about this. I am bringing this up. Sonic 06 was released for the 15th anniversary title and is considered the worst Sonic game of all time. Plus, along that year, the 15th anniversary Sonic Genesis, which was a port to the GBA of Sonic 1. It was horrible on how you mess up a port. And then you could say Sonic Riders, which was probably the best out of the Sonic games released that year. So some anniversaries can be bad, but I think for Zelda 25th it was pretty good because of Skyward Sword.
No.
I mean, you had no. You had Skyward Sword, and plus you had the remake of Ocarina of Time.
Ah, no, that was better.
You think that was better than Skyward Sword?
Yes.
All right, how would you rate Skyward Sword?
An 8.
Okay.
It goes up there. I mean, I liked it a lot. It ranks pretty high.
Okay, you obviously like Ocarina more. Link to the Past more.
Yes.
What about Wind Waker? Do you like Wind Waker?
Wind Waker more than Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Obviously,
I don't know about that. It's hard to say. But
I hated the skydiving game.
somehow I did it.
I don't think I ever
The one with
did
you had to
do
land
it.
on a certain spot?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. I got lucky.
I hate they just like force motion control you for like everything in that game.
Well, yeah, it's a Wii. They gotta do it.
They don't have to.
Well, they should. That's the whole point of it.
They don't have to.
It's the whole point.
It's the point, yes, but they don't have to.
They should.
I mean, skydiving doesn't need motion control. Swimming does not need motion control.
I liked it better. It was easier to swim with that.
No, I think it'd be easier to swim with a control
you just
stick.
point and you go.
I don't want to have to point. I want to move the control stick.
No. And you never make mention. You know what's weird about that game? The headmaster of the school is the owl from Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, they're not going
But they
to
never
mention it.
connected it.
They just figured fans would do it on their own.
Well, how does he become an owl? They don't ever tell you.
Maybe it's in another game.
They're never going to tell you.
Well, think about it. What happened between Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time? Minish Cap.
Supposedly.
So obviously, sometime during Minish Cap, he turned into an owl.
After or before. We don't know. Was the owl in there?
No.
Because the owl shows up again in some other games. I don't remember which ones.
Link's Awakening. He was in Link's Awakening.
Okay.
Since he was on the island, so I guess you could say it was a figment of the Windfish's imagination. Was he in Majora's Mask?
I don't think so. It wouldn't be the same owl because it's a different world. But same people.
I know.
Which is weird.
Yes.
It's alternate dimension.
Well, some are different, like Cafe and what's his face?
Some are new.
Cafe and Anju. And then the hand that comes out of the toilet. It's like, I want a piece of paper. I'll give you a heart piece. What?
And that's it until the next one comes out, which is what? We don't know. Wii U.
It's either gonna be
Which would be the best thing ever.
Be a Wii U title, or it's gonna be
HD Zelda. Prepare yourself.
Or it's gonna be
we gotta
a
talk
remake.
about Link and other games. Smash Brothers.
Link was in all Smash Brothers, yes.
Well, Ocarina Link and Twilight Princess Link.
And then the random N64
and
Link.
Wind Waker. N64 Link.
Which really wasn't
Which was
any Link
Ocarina.
because
It was Ocarina Link.
did Smash come out before or after Ocarina?
After.
Did it?
Yes.
Okay. And little random side note: Smash Brothers was like the only appearance of Samus on the N64.
Yeah.
Metroid did not have an N64.
Metro had no
weird.
games on the 64. That is weird. I think they were going to make one. That never happened. A 3D one.
Yeah. Okay.
Link was in Super
Soul
Mario
Calibur.
RPG.
He wasn't Super Mario.
In the bed. I forget how you gotta get him. You just gotta go to the bed.
You just have to talk to him at
Does he
some
have a
point in the
bubble
game.
coming out of his nose?
I don't know. Samus is in there too, and I thought there was someone else. It was like Samus, Link, and someone else. I thought.
No, anyone else.
Oh, it's just Samus and Link then.
And then Soul Calibur.
It was in Soul Calibur.
Which
Yeah.
was the best appearance because he has all kinds of weapons. He has the
It's the
bug
bug
catching
net.
net and the
Weirdest
cane
one.
Bura or whatever it is.
Really? He has that?
Mm-hmm. The Big Goron
That's
sword
weird.
is in there.
Yeah, the big Goron.
There's a made-up
I
sword.
never did. Oh, actually, I did get that.
The
Ocarina of
Goron's
Time.
easy to get.
Ocarina of
It's easy.
Time 3D was the first time I got the big Goron sword. Oh, guess we forgot to mention. Zelda had a cartoon back in the
Legend
day.
of Zelda.
Well, excuse me,
Obnoxious Link.
princess.
This is probably why he doesn't talk in any games.
Because he's obnoxious.
Yeah. It was weird because the bad guys would die and they would go into a big hourglass thing. They
That
just
never
reused
happens.
the same bad guy.
That never happened.
That was their way of saying they don't die. Link doesn't kill anyone.
It's like, oh, it's a kid's cartoon, so they're not gonna.
They have rupees in it. Rupees.
You sound like you said rupees.
Rupees.
They're like the money of the Zelda universe.
Yeah, rupee.
Which they reference rupees in Animal Crossing. If you open a random villager's like cabinet or something, it's like, you found 10 rupees. Too bad they're worth nothing in this world or something like that.
Oh.
And also there's there's a few Zelda themed items in Animal Crossing. You can get like Link's suit as a clothes. You can get the Master Sword, and I never gotten it or seen it, but you can get the Triforce. That when you like touch it, does a little doo like Link to the Past does. The little
Yeah, at the
twirl.
beginning.
Yeah.
That's the best beginning. They didn't have any different costumes in Skyward Sword, did they? Different suits. They need to bring that back.
The last game that had that was Twilight Princess had that.
Yeah.
Sort
They
of.
look different.
Twilight Princess had the swimsuit, and then they had
The
the magic, the Zora armor.
Yeah.
So that you swim and breathe underwater.
That was it, wasn't it?
They had the magic armor, but it was optional, and it ran on rubies.
Yeah, it's weird.
It was. I forget how you get it though. Yeah, I know you have to buy it, but I forget. There's a certain thing you have to do in order to get it. Wind Waker didn't have it. Any suit changes?
No. Well, you beat it and play it again.
That doesn't really do anything for you. Just in your pajamas the entire time. I guess you could say Minish Cap kind of had it, because I mean there's certain like potions or something you get that you change the color of your clothes for a short period of time, and it did something to you. They should bring that back.
Maybe next time.
Maybe. So, any other Zelda stuff we missed, other than the weird official timeline that has 3 splits?
That's wrong. They say because he dies, but he doesn't die. Because when he died, he come back to life.
If this was real life, he would have died. I think they're not talking about a video. They're not talking about. I don't think they're talking about a video game standpoint. I think they're talking about if it was real life, that's how it would happen. He would actually die.
If he died, this is what would have happened. But it doesn't happen in the game, so it's pointless.
It's a game.
It's a pointless timeline.
What happens in the timeline? I forget.
I don't know.
Is it Wind Waker?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Wind Waker. It might be the Force Sword.
I made my own. That makes sense.
Yeah, but you added Soul Calibur, which
I had to. I forget why. Because when Majora's Mask doesn't fit into the Wind Waker timeline, I don't remember why.
I don't know.
That's something to do with Ganon.
I'm still waiting for Link.
Because Ocarina, they said that Ganon was imprisoned. That's what it is. In Wind Waker, he talks about being imprisoned by the stages, right?
I think so, yes.
Which has to happen if Link's an adult. Which means Majora's Mask never happened because he was an adult and lived on. That's why I had to be able to do Soul Calibur.
Yes. I'm still waiting for Link to randomly make an appearance in Wreck-It Ralph. I haven't seen any
going
Zelda.
to.
Oh, I just wondered why Ganon was.
Wait a minute, he was an adult in Soul Calibur.
He was. So,
But
your timeline is
maybe
flawed.
he just grew up.
Your timeline is flawed.
No, maybe he grew up. And that was just the adult Link of. That was just a grown-up Link from the young Link. That after Ganon
Wasn't Young Link timeline leading to Twilight Princess?
Yes.
Because
he went to jail.
Yeah, that makes
sense. They imprisoned
sense.
him and banished him.
Twilight Princess references that.
He got banished.
He got banished in Twilight Realm, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
It's just weird that they got this split thing. Like, ooh,
you know what? That's the official timeline. Who are we to argue with?
I am going to argue with it if it doesn't make sense.
Next thing you know, you'll say the Smash Brothers was canon.
Because there's no
Subspace
story.
Emissary.
They don't ever explain how these characters get together. They just inhabit the same
Obviously,
universe.
obviously,
it's
Link,
not canon.
Obviously, Link was in the
It's
Forbidden
not.
Woods or something because he finds the
With
Master Sword on
Yoshi.
the pedestal. Yeah,
Yoshi.
Well, Yoshi's appeared in this other game before. Same as Kirby.
It doesn't.
Except Kirby was an enemy.
You don't see. They don't inhabit the same universe. They don't have the same.
Well, how do you know Soul Calibur does?
Because they tell you he goes into another world and goes back. He has a story in that.
Oh.
He was fighting some wizard.
Aganim?
No. Because that's not adult.
Gearham?
How you say his name? Girahim.
I don't know how you say
That guy was weird. That boss battle was hard, man. The first one.
First one's hard. The last one's
what am I
pathetically
doing?
easy.
How am I gonna do this?
I think the last one's pathetically easy.
I don't think so.
You have to knock them off, and then you gotta pile drive them with your sword from like high up. I thought that was fun. Link made an appearance in Donkey Kong Country 2 at the very end.
Yeah.
He was like second in place next to Mario.
DK coins.
Yeah.
Yep.
DK.
Yep.
Don't. I don't think he appeared in anything else.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So to finish this off, what would you want to see in the next Zelda game?
I don't know. Triforce.
Triforce was in Skyward Sword.
I know. I don't know.
You
I don't know. I have no idea. They always bring back the same stuff.
Where do you think it'll take place?
Who knows?
Will they
It'll be
continue on
before
between...
Skyward Sword.
No, because someone, I don't know. As of right now, Skyward Sword is the beginning. So
I know. Because it's the beginning of the Master Sword.
it is the beginning of the Master Sword. Sure. I don't know what they would harp on before that.
Triforce.
Because they explain why Ganon is Ganon. Because Demise is like Demise is not descendant, but like Demise's spirit.
Doesn't make sense.
Demise's spirit is like
in Ganon. Why?
Because Demise
Why
said something
Ganon?
about he's going to come back and someone. I guess because Ganon's heart is not cool. We're going back to Kingdom Hearts here, where your heart is dark.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What?
A dark heart.
If you have a strong enough heart, and your heart gets taken away from you, then you turn into a nobody. Like Roxas, who's voiced by Jesse McCartney.
Wow.
Yes.
You lost your mind.
I like Kingdom Hearts.
There's the Zelda comics. They did Wind Waker once.
And do you remember that when IGN released their fake Zelda movie?
Yes,
trailer?
the Zelda movie needs to be made someday.
Real life or animated or CG?
I don't know.
I would like to see a CG one. Maybe.
Well,
or real life.
real
I don't
life
think
one
would
could be
work.
okay.
You saw what happened when Mario went to real life.
That was way back though. That was in the 90s. Things are different now.
What's my mother saying?
We're just talking.
About what?
Stuff.
Well, I guess that's all we can say about Zelda.
I guess.
Final thoughts on the series in general? Best series ever?
He wears
Favorite
a dress.
Well,
Does not wear a dress.
He does wear a dress.
He wears a tunic.
It's a dress.
Leggings.
It-
Best series ever, probably. In
my
terms
thoughts
of
exactly. He wears a dress and
impact
leggings.
upon the gaming world.
I'm talking about you personally. Is it your favorite?
I think
Second
probably not. I think God of War might be my favorite.
Zelda is my second
Believe it or
favorite
not.
series of all time.
Yes, it is funny.
Sonic is my first, yes. And then it's Animal Crossing. And then, I don't know, Mario's fifth favorite series. We'll get to Mario, maybe, at some point down the line. You'll probably have more to say about that.
There's a million Mario
You'll probably
games
have more
to
to
talk
say
about.
about the Mario retrospective
Uh,
and Zelda. There's a million Mario games. Oh my gosh, all the spin-offs. Mario Golf. Anyway.
Mario Party. Mario Tennis.
Link in a racing game.
Nintendo cart, I'm telling you.
What, and Link riding an opponent instead of a cart?
No, just a cart. With symbols on it, whatever they do. I think they should do it. I totally do. They can have all kinds of different power-ups. Hook shot power-up. You hook to the guy in front of you. Ew, what is that, barf?
No,
What is that?
it's cake with caramel and pan-fried
That's cake?
apples.
Alright, well, this was it for our Zelda retrospective type thing. I don't think we've missed anything. So,
No. Besides the CDI.
well, neither of us has played them. We just know they're horrible. So, until next time, everybody, we'll probably do Mario or something. So, until then, sayonara. Hope you enjoyed.
An hour's worth
This was
of
an hour long.
men in tights and dresses.
He does not. It's a tunic.
They need to make a game with Zelda, starring Zelda.
Well, Zelda's Adventure CDI. And I guess to an extent,
a
Spirit
real one
Tracks.
is the Legend of Zelda.
I guess you can, to an extent, Spirit Tracks. You kind of control her in there. She's possessing an armor.
I'm possessed. Help! I'm possessed.
Hey, you can count Smash Brothers.
They should do a team of Zelda and Samus. Oh yeah, and Princess Peach.
Well, Princess
Oh
Peach had
yeah,
her
I'll be
own
buying
game.
that game. Yes, she did.
I never played
Super
that.
Princess Peach.
I never played it. Mario's the one who gets captured in that
Yeah,
one.
like Mario's
Yeah.
Missing. You ever play Mario's Missing? Now we're
I
getting
heard it
off
was
topic.
bad.
It's
like
like an
Hotel
educational
Mario.
game. I never played that.
Hotel Mario?
Alright, go.
Alright,
Get out of
sayonara,
here.
everybody.
We're talking about Mario now.
Bye-bye.
Wave.
Wave to the people.
Bye.
Sayonara.
Oh no!
It's not
We have to
stopping!
keep going. No.